All right. Entertainment, possibility, and the third part of Donald Trump's speech is providence. Providence. Okay? He speaks for providence. So he speaks to make himself prominent, right? So that he's always in the news, so that he is always listened to, right? And it works. It makes him extremely prominent. He is the most prominent president we have ever had, right? And I have to say, like, when you look at Trump, right, you have this situation where you're like, okay, wait, what's happening now? Right? And once you see what he does, you could also see the inversion. The inversion. So, what is the inversion, right? So, Carter was the inversion. Carter was a wonderful, sweet man, very intelligent, very kind, very noble, but not prominent. He was highly forgettable, highly ignorable. You could disobey him whenever you wanted. You didn't have to pay any attention to him. He wasn't prominent, right? And Trump is prominent. He is prominent. He is first in everyone's eyes, right? Like, doesn't matter if you love him or hate him, you're going to see him first thing in the morning, right? Because everyone is going to be talking about him. Every channel is going to be covering him. Everyone, all eyes on me, exactly like Britney Spears said. All eyes on me, right? He is prominent, right? Now, so that's it. That's the three-part structure. Okay, he entertainment, possibility, providence, right? And I need you to understand, when he speaks, he's not looking to inform anyone of anything. He's also not responding to anyone. Recently, this reporter asked him, "Hey, here's a question." She said the question, and he said, "You know what? I'm going to paraphrase. He's like, 'Are you American? Oh, you're not American? I can't understand your accent. You have a lovely voice, but I can't understand what you're saying.'" He cut her down at the knees, like absolutely brutal, right? He didn't respond to what she was saying. He didn't respond to her question, and I think he actually understood every word she was saying. He was making, he's making sure he was going to be number one on the news, right? By the people who love him and the people who hate him. That on every channel, whether that channel hates him or loves him, he would be number one, right? And to everybody who's like, "Oh, I don't like foreigners, I don't like internationals," they're gonna eat that with a spoon, right? I don't like that so much, right? I don't think you should do that to people. And then, but to the people who hate him, they like, I got that news off a channel that absolutely despises Trump, but they carried him, they made him prominent, right? So these are the three factors, right? And I need you to understand this. This is really critical, right? Oh, so it's important, okay? He's not informing anyone. He's not responding to anyone. And trust and believe, he is not showing any emotion, right? He is sans emotion, right? He doesn't get emotional about things. And I don't think he could really get angry or sad, right? Like, I don't think he can get angry or joyful, right? I don't think he really feels emotions the way a human would. I think more like a lizard or a snake, right? Like I think he's like just kind of like, oh, look at that. Maybe I'll eat that frog. Like it's very important to understand. And so many people are getting frustrated and confused because they're listening to his speech and they're like, oh, he's giving me information. Oh, he's responding to something. Oh, he's showing emotion. No, he's not doing any of those. He's not doing any of those. He's entertaining, he's creating possibility, and he is guaranteeing and solidifying providence, like preserving providence. There's one other thing, right? There's one more. This is not a leg of his speech table. This is the color of the table. He is unpredictable. The reason why everybody has to hear every word he says is he is saying the things that no other president has ever said, and he is skipping the crap that every president said that didn't need to say, right? He doesn't waste our time with, oh, hello, a good day to you, sir. What do you think of the weather? He does not waste time with communication that doesn't matter. And this is shockingly different than virtually every single politician who came before. Every politician that came before Trump, this is so important to understand. You could guess what they would say before they would say it, right? People would not listen to political speech because they knew every single word that would be in it. They could write the speech themselves. Oh, the red, white, and the blue, noble, patriotism, blah, 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 right? Just whatever, right? Like, it was nonsense. It was utter nonsense that everybody could ignore. With Trump, even his nonsense has a possibility of being real weeks, months, or years later, right? He is entertaining. He is creating possibilities with his speech. And he is prominent. And he has changed American politics forever, forever. Remember, when you hear Donald Trump speaking, he is not giving you any information. He is not responding to anything anyone has ever said to him. And he is not showing any emotion. I don't think he's capable of it. He is entertaining, creating possibility, and preserving prominence, right? That's it. That this is the correct way to understand President Donald Trump's speech. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.